Hi, this is Mayor Tom Karnes, and we are here for candidates night. So every candidate has an opportunity to address you, our citizens. They're given up to 5 minutes to address you. The candidates for city clerk, candidates for council, the mayor, and the treasurer have an opportunity to speak before you. So what follows will be all of that information. So take it, and you will have an informed choice at the polls. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Frank Vaslo, and I would very much like to be your next city clerk. But first, I would like to thank the city for allowing all the candidates the chance to come before you in these public service videos. An informed voter is democracy's best defense. After 40 years of private sector and governmental work experience, I'm more than ready to do the job of city clerk. And I'm really excited about the opportunity to be a part of the city's leadership team again, because it's only through teamwork, everyone doing their part, that the city can reach its true potential. You know, as I walk through the neighborhood talking to voters, one issue has been raised that I think is important to share, and that issue is about double dipping. I have never been a city employee, nor do I receive a city pension. But I am interested in reforming the pay for this elected office and returning it to a more traditional pay scale and more in line with other Lincoln Park elected officials. Other city clerks in the area make about $6,000 a year to do the same job. Why should the clerk of Lincoln Park make 10 times that amount and get a city pension? It's clear. Either we reform or status quo. It's up to you. So let's talk a little bit about the job of being the city clerk. As your next city clerk, if you need a dog license, come on down and I'll get you that dog license. Want to have a garage sale? Come on down to the clerk's office and we will get you a permit. Need a birth certificate or a death certificate? Come on down to the clerk's office and we will get you that certificate. If you need to register or license your business, come down to the clerk's office and we'll set you up. And we will do it all with a smile and a thank you. And when it comes to elections, no one, and I mean no one, will do it better. So, you want to register to vote? Great. All you have to do is be a U.S. citizen and a resident of Lincoln Park, and we'll get you registered. If you need an absentee ballot, I'll get you that absentee ballot. I'll make sure our voting systems are secure and free from outside influence. I'll make sure every vote is properly counted and recorded. I'll see that all city records are maintained in a safe and secure fashion, and I will accurately record all city council meetings. So, ladies and gentlemen, on November 6th, or on your absentee ballot, Frank Vaslo for city clerk. I'll get the job done for you. Thank you.
My name is Kerry Kehrer, and I'm running for city clerk. I'd like to take a minute to introduce myself to you and tell you why I am the best candidate for the position. I've lived in Lincoln Park for 34 years with my husband, Tom. We have 2 children who are both Lincoln Park High School graduates. I was lucky enough to be a stay-at-home mom, but that doesn't mean I didn't work. The kids always kept me involved in their activities like Little League, PTA, and the high school athletic club. I've worked for the city for over 20 years. I started in the building department as a clerk typist and transferred to the city clerk's office 13 years ago. I became the deputy clerk in 2013. One thing you'll notice is that, unlike other candidates, I'm not a slick-speaking politician. I have never run for political office before. I'm just an average person trying to do a job. I've shown through hard work and dedication to my job that I am ready and able to run the clerk's office. I know what the job is and how to do it. During my time in the clerk's office, I've set up and tested the election equipment, processed absentee ballots, prepared agendas and minutes of council meetings, filed birth and death certificates, processed business registrations, and animal licenses. I was instrumental in the implementation of the new voting equipment we use, and also the new electronic death registry system used by clerks statewide. I am a member of the International Institute of Municipal Clerks, the Michigan Association of Municipal Clerks, and the Wayne County Clerks Association. I am also a state accredited election official. During the 13 years I've worked in the clerk's office, we have always administered fair and impartial elections. Every properly registered voter in Lincoln Park has the opportunity to cast a ballot, and all ballots, including the absentees, have been and will continue to be properly counted. Since we vote on paper ballots and not online, there has never been any outside groups that have manipulated our vote counts. The tabulators that count your votes are not internet accessible, so vote counts cannot be changed by hackers. Every single ballot is accounted for and is easily recountable. There is no cybersecurity issue with our voting system, and there never has been. All of our voter registration is done using a state-run system. According to state law, it is owned and maintained by the state of Michigan and is protected by the state using the latest technologies. The state is very vigilant about security and protects the program using special encryption software and secure passwords. I believe that knowledge and experience are key requirements for a city clerk. I have been endorsed by the LPEA Teachers Union, the Lincoln Park Police Command Officers Association, TPOAM, DPS, and clerical unions, the City Treasurer, Patricia Luco, and the Allen Park City Clerk, Michael Mizzi. They believe I am the right candidate for the job. With that in mind, I'm asking for your vote on November 6th. Thank you.
Hello, fellow residents of Lincoln Park. I'm Carlos Salcido. Please let me share some history of myself as it relates to the city of Lincoln Park. I attended elementary at Frank G. Mixter School on Electric Avenue. At the age of 8, I made my first communion at Christ the Good Shepherd on Riverbank Street. I went to Huff Junior High, which was located at the now Lincoln Park Middle School on Lafayette Boulevard. While in the 9th grade, I was working part-time, stocking shelves and filling coolers at Sam's Beer Store on 3115 Fort Street. Then on to Lincoln Park High School. In my senior year, I was a stock clerk at Crown Discount, which is now the appliance outlet store on Fort Street near Southfield Road. Other places of employment in Lincoln Park include Complete Laundry on Southfield Road, Rite Aid on Southfield and Dix, which is now Wendy's, and Kroger on Dixon Southfield Road. In 1992, I married my wife Marcia at St. Henry's Church at 1358 Council Avenue. I have a daughter, Allison, and a son, Carlos Jr. Both are in their early 20s. Another note of interest, in March of 1994, I bowled my one and only 300 game right here in Lincoln Park at Belmar Lanes on Fort Street. In over 50 years of living in Lincoln Park, I have many fond memories in history, and I would like to continue that history. That's why I'm running for City Council. As a council person, I will listen to your concerns and questions and address them accordingly. I will focus on promoting Lincoln Park as a good place to live and a good place to locate a business. I will do my best in help promoting community events and help organize community events. And most of all, being an ambassador, not only for Lincoln Park, but for all of Downriver. In regards to issues facing us as a city, after talking and listening to many Lincoln Park residents over the past 9 months, obviously the poor condition of some of our city streets has been a top concern. And as a council, it should be a priority to come up with ways to address this issue. Also, the lack of businesses at the Lincoln Park Shopping Center and the Lincoln Park Plaza has been a hot topic as well. Perhaps a big-name fitness center, a family restaurant, and a retail store could jumpstart the plazas and entice other businesses to follow. Finally, it would be an honor to serve on council, to work with the mayor and council and help them achieve and reach their goals for the city and residents. I want the city of Lincoln Park to succeed and prosper. Thank you for tuning in. Please vote on Tuesday, November 6th for Carlos Salcido. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Eric Szor. I am running for a seat on the Lincoln Park City Council. I'm no politician, but what I am is a proud Lincoln Park resident since 1985. That's when my wife Holly and I got married and moved to Lincoln Park. Our daughter Candy, along with her husband, James Plow, and our two sons, Kevin and Kenneth, and our daughter-in-law Megan, were all raised in Lincoln Park and attended Lincoln Park schools. Three of our grandsons, Avery, Brady, and Cody, currently attend school here. Mason, who is only 3 now, and his new sister, our new granddaughter, Evelyn, just born September 8th, 28th, will of course continue the tradition and eventually attend Lincoln Park schools too. Just to tell you a little about myself, as a teen and a young man, I worked for my father at our family-owned business, small business, Reliable Battery, right here in Lincoln Park at the corner of Southfield and Applewood. I worked there after school, weekends, and continued working there into young adulthood. I believe working for my father was where I learned about working hard, servicing the community, and how connecting with people helps to get things done. My father had a strong work ethic, and most would say he would give you the shirt off of his back. His many loyal customers were mostly Lincoln Park citizens, and he wouldn't hesitate to help someone in need, offer a payment plan when their wallets were a little thin that week, or just offer free assistance and advice to the self-doers and even loan them the wrench to do it. Well, I'm told the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. As a young father, I went to work at the Henry Ford Museum in Greenfield Village due to the high cost of health insurance and worked there for 10 years while also continuing to work at Reliable. Eventually, I went to work for Ford Motor Company in 1997, where I am currently still employed, full-time. I also currently work as a part-time court officer at the 25th District Court here in Lincoln Park, and also a part-time supervisor for the court's work service program. As my children were growing, I always told them that you can't complain about something if you're not willing to get involved or participate. I believe in volunteering your time and skills if and when you can. So I coach baseball, softball, and junior rails football for my kids' teams when they were young, and I briefly coached junior rails again for my grandson's teams more recently. Go Rails. I became a reserve police officer in 1995, which is a volunteer unpaid position in Lincoln Park, and involves assisting in emergency situations, helping with traffic control, and supporting events or special needs, among other duties and responsibilities, a commitment I'm very proud of. I'm an elector of my church, and I'm also a member of the Knights of Columbus and a 4th degree Knight. Now that you're bored with my life story, let me close by saying I got into this campaign with no agenda, no grievance in mind, just to find another way to contribute and pay it forward to the city that I and my family live in. Lincoln Park may have some challenges, but I've learned if we listen to each other, we can find solutions, then roll up our sleeves and get to work. And a lot can be accomplished by doing that. I'm asking for your support on November 6th so that I can in turn, support you. Thank you.
My name is Larry Kelsey, and I've had the privilege of serving the City Council for the last 5 years, and I appreciate the confidence the residents have put in me. During my time on council, our city has gone through some difficult times. We were under the financial state control when I first got elected, my first year. We went through some tough times with the state to get to the point where we're at now, where we're digging ourselves out through some financial issues and working to correct some of the issues we haven't done through the years in this city. I was appointed as the council liaison to the Department of Public Services and also to the Police and Fire Pension Fund and also to the Planning Commission. These positions allow me to have some input of what goes on in the council and to the other commissions that run the city along with the city council. It also helps me to have some input as a council representative on those commissions to indicate what the council would be comfortable with or what some of the ideas are that the council would like to see. The condition of our roads and sewer infrastructure are equally pressing issues for our city. The rising cost of repairing and maintaining the roads and infrastructure has been a huge challenge for us. I feel that if we can put more money towards the pension fund deficits that we have, that we can use that money then to put more money towards the roads and to the infrastructure and make the city better for everybody in this city. I have driven our city streets and have seen the blight that causes our home values to decline. I have gone around with another council person, Councilman Parkinson, and we have done drive-throughs the city to bring issues attention to the city manager and to the ordinance officers to have them corrected. The city is coming back. It has been coming back for a while. We have more businesses that want to come into the city. We see that through the Planning Commission when they ask for the City Planning Commission to okay their drawings. I think that the city is on the upswing. A lot of the residents have been very happy compared to where the city used to be. I would say that the city has a long way to go, but we're getting there, and I'd appreciate your vote to continue the job that I've done with the city and to the organizations that I have got involved in through the Citizen Patrol Watch and CERT and other organizations to volunteer some of my time. I will continue to work with the city manager and council and the Department of Public Services to make sure that these issues get addressed, that the citizens bring up to the other functions that I go to. And if you see me around, stop and ask me. Most of you I run into, not everyone. And I would like to say that one of the nicer, or one of the places in Lincoln Park that's a nice place to have coffee and donuts is Yum Yum Donuts on 4th Street in Emmons. It's a very nice place. It's been in the city for a long time. It's run by a couple that have put their heart and soul into the business. And I appreciate your vote in the coming election in November of the 6th of 2018. And thank you very much.
Hello, fellow residents. I'm Lylian Ross, your City Councilwoman, and I'm running for re-election. I'm very thankful for this opportunity to tell you a little more about myself. I have been blessed to be a wife and mother, and honored to be your councilwoman for the last few months. It is my pleasure to be your representative, whether it's for city functions, meetings, or addressing questions or concerns with appropriate departments. To be prepared and well-informed, I found myself shadowing an ordinance officer and a fire inspector. I have toured the fire station, police station, retention basin, and a couple substations. With that said, our buildings are also in need of attention. Whether wife, mother, volunteer, or councilperson, my choices are grounded by a determination to improve the lives of those around me. As your councilperson, I am focused on your concerns. Being on the receiving side of concerns and complaints, I look at them as an opportunity to revisit our processes and procedures and see where we may improve. I believe when we work together, there's nothing we cannot accomplish. We know the roads and potholes need to be addressed. It is why I support using the spray patching method for potholes. This method is a rated improvement. We know we have to work on making Lincoln Park inviting to both businesses and homeowners. If we want a beautiful, safe, and inviting city today and for our future, we must take pride and responsibility in our homes and neighborhoods. It is why I support our new exterior blight inspection program and our Lincoln Park Pride program. I believe we must make mindful decisions so our hard work and efforts today will last for years to come. It is why I support recycling. Our paper recycling, which directly benefits our library, and the simple recycling are programs that help keep recyclable materials out of the landfill. In turn, it brings down our landfill fees. It is why I support traditional recycling as well. Although we don't have this program currently, I too would love to see it come back. I want recycling to be contagious and see us all recycling. As a resident and a homeowner, I too am invested in the city. I want what you want, a safe and prosperous Lincoln Park. Lincoln Park is our home. Let's get involved and seek out volunteer opportunities and participate. When we have officials, employees, businesses, residents, and volunteers all working together, we can achieve success and we can keep Lincoln Park moving forward. I'm inspired by people in our community, including officials, employees, neighbors, and volunteers who set great examples of helping others, to seize the opportunity present and continue to serve our community as your councilwoman. When I reflect back on my years in banking, volunteering, life experiences, and the groundwork made the past few months, I am confident I am making a positive difference. Having been elected in May of this year has not given me much time in this chair. However, I believe I am where I should be, right here working for you and with you. I am always open for comments, suggestions, and concerns. I'm just a call or email away. I have met kind and caring residents this way. At this time, I would like to thank my husband of 31 years, Carlos Ross, our sons, Tony and Andy, and friends and great neighbors for their full support. And thank you at home for taking the time to learn about me and the other candidates in this election. Again, my name is Lylian Ross, your city councilwoman. Come on out and vote November 6th. Let's keep working together.
Hello, my name is Michael Higgins. I'm a candidate and I'm running again for re-election to the Lincoln Park City Council. I'm a third generation Lincoln Parker. I have served on 3 different commissions. I am the son of Lynn and Charlie Higgins. I have worked for the Lincoln Park School District for 35 years. I've coached at the Lincoln Park High School as a varsity coach for 30 years. I believe we've taken the city in the last 2 years on a giant step forward. We've taken the city out of receivership, and that is the first step to turning this city around. The second step has got to be bringing in more businesses. We can fix the roads, clean up blight, and just by bringing businesses in. And what this will do will increase tax revenue to the city so that we can take care of other problems without raising taxes to the citizens of Lincoln Park, which I do not believe we need to do. I think we need to enforce our ordinance more, especially against the slumlords that came in during the recession and bought up cheap housing. And they're not taking care of their homes that they own and they're renting out. The people who are renting out deserve better, and the people in Lincoln Park deserve better to have nice things around them. I'm also very proud that I can say that I'm a member of the Hands of the City of Lincoln Park. We are a group that puts on different events. I helped found the group, and we are responsible for bringing back the Memorial Day Parade, putting on the Downriver Comic Con, the all-day jam, the Lincoln Park Penny Drop, and other events as well. And our idea is that the more events we can put on, the more things we can make look good in this city, we can bring people into the city and see that we are still a good, decent city, and the people here are good people. Hopefully they will start shopping here, which will make more stores want to come here. And also, it will make people want to live here. Once they see our good community and our beautiful parks, this is one of the things that I believe that we can do to turn this city around. We need to fix the roads, and this is the best way to do it by increasing the amount of stores. Again, we bring in more revenue, and that's what we need to turn the city around. We are out of receivership, and we are doing better, but we must keep an eye on that budget and make sure that that never happens again. I also now would like to say that I am very proud to announce that I am endorsed by the AFL-CIO of Metro Detroit, and I will work very hard to be the best council person I can be. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Sean Stansberry, and I'm running for City Council. I've lived in the Downriver area for more than 30 years and decided 4 years ago to make Lincoln Park my home. I have dedicated my time to attending council meetings and spending time with great people at our city events. I take pride in the city and feel the need to serve my fellow citizens. As some of you remember, I ran the special election in May to fill the late Mario DeSanto's seat. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the residents that showed faith in me. Every vote meant a lot and humbled me very much. Thank you. During this election, I'm asking for your help again. My drive, determination, and persistence is what I bring to the field of candidates. One of the reasons for running is I want a better Lincoln Park. I'll lend a hand and a voice in making a prosperous, clean, and safe community. I've chosen to run because the city needs committed elected members, and I see myself filling that role. My goals, if elected, are to learn and listen to everything that concerns the city. First and foremost, if elected, will be my loyalty to you, the citizens of Lincoln Park. If I'm fortunate enough to get your vote, I'll do everything in my power to solve problems after hearing your concerns. As a councilman, I will ask the hard questions for you and research the solutions in great detail. My goals include bringing businesses back to vacant property for increased tax revenue. This will help the budget for more funds to fix the failing roads. Looking for more grants to repair and replace is very important and necessary. Blight is an issue we face in some parts of the city. We need to be proactive and tackle the problem while respecting the people. That's just a few of my goals if elected. Every neighborhood is important to me and deserves our attention and concerns. One of my favorite places is Council Point Park. All the great history and size makes it a true gem for everyone to enjoy. Another favorite place is my own personal garden. The band shell is another place people enjoy for many events, including amazing concerts and a variety of activities. The new Sonic is becoming another favorite of mine. There are so many great places, it's impossible to name them all. Last, if you give me a chance, I will do everything I can to better this city. I will be truly honored to serve you. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Councilman Tom Parkinson, and I'm just here to say a little bit about myself for the upcoming election. I was raised in Lincoln Park. My children were raised in Lincoln Park. All three of my daughters are homeowners in Lincoln Park. My dad was a police officer in Lincoln Park, so I know politics way back from my younger years. Along with Councilman Kelsey, being retired also, we get to drive through the city. And doing that, we get to see the blight, the condition of the roads, dead trees, various different things, and we're working on it real hard. The politics has been really bad for the last 20 years. It was bad politics and even worse management. So it wasn't, our downfall wasn't just quick, it was over 20 years. So I believe working with the council people here that we'll making a comeback, and we are slowly, but we can't do away with 20 years worth of neglect in 2 years. So hopefully, we're still trying, and I hope you look at who you're voting for on November 6th. And if you don't know the candidates, please ask somebody, but please vote. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tom Karnes. It's been my privilege for the last 5 years to be your mayor. I'm a lifelong resident of the city of Lincoln Park. I went to mixture school, then I went to Huff Junior High, and then to the high school. It was at the high school that I met my future wife, Mary, and we have lived in Lincoln Park all of our lives and have raised 3 kids here. And now I'm also grateful and thankful that I have a grandson that is being raised in the city of Lincoln Park too. That it just started just not even just a month ago. With everything in Lincoln Park, I graduated, I said, in 1976, then I went on to college, and after college I was fortunate to be hired as a Lincoln Park police officer. Spent 32 years, the career that I'm very grateful for our residents for, and for the wonderful opportunities that allowed me. Afterwards, I decided to run for mayor, and I was fortunate enough to be elected during that time. A very difficult time for the city, but we have come out of that, and we're doing much better now, and we're getting better each and every day. But it's more of the team approach than anything else. It's not just one person. It's not because of me, but it's because of the rest of the council, and it's also because of our workers, and we have a great group of workers. But all of this would not be possible if not for you, the residents. And that's who I want to thank for being patient during our time where we're in recovery, and thankful for our time while we're in recovery and looking more towards our 100th year celebration, which will be coming up in just 2 short years. We are far better off than we were 5 years ago, and I hope to build on that for the next 2 years if you see fit to have me. Thank you.